Hi everyone, this is Frozen back here again with the final Thor review leading up to Thor Love and Thunder. Before I start this review, I just want to let you guys know that this was originally supposed to be a TTS style review, but then I decided to make this last minute because of how early I'm going to be watching Thor Love and Thunder, and I will be able to edit this review as I'm recording this, and I just wanted to be able to upload it fast when I wake up. Yeah, I decided to use my real voice, and also excuse the background noise because I'm in a mall right now recording. This review I'm doing is Thor Ragnarok. Came out in 2017 and tells the story of Thor being warned by the destruction of Asgard and is being imprisoned in another universe where he must fight the Hulk in a gladiator match in order for his freedom. Thor must be able to return to Asgard in order to stop Hela, the goddess of death. I remember before this movie came out, I had mixed expectations due to the poor reputation of the first two Thor films. I hated the first Thor at the time, no joke. Even if nowadays I think it's just, I thought it was decent back then, like earlier this year, and then now I think it's meh. And everyone knows how bad the Dark World it was. Thor: Love and Thunder currently has a 70% of Rotten Tomatoes, which is actually the rating I expected Thor Ragnarok to have. But after seeing the film for myself, I was shocked of how much I loved the film. Thor Ragnarok is without a doubt the biggest surprise of 2017. What a coincidence, my least anticipated MCU film of 2017 turned out to be my favorite of the three MCU films that came out that year. And Spider-Man Homecoming was my most anticipated MCU film, yet it turned out to be the weakest one, even though it was still awesome. But now let's get to the reasons why I love Thor Ragnarok. First of all, this movie feels like such a breath of um, fresh air to the Thor franchise. Sorry for my stuttering. Okay, we're beside. Yeah, such a breath of fresh air. I forgot to mention my criticism of my Thor: The Dark World review, but that film took itself way too seriously, or starting to be pretty boring. I mean, like serious movie more than funny movies. Especially nowadays, but yeah, the MCU gets their humor right, and it's way better than the stupid repetitive jokes in kids movies. Ugh. Thor Ragnarok is the funniest MCU film I've ever seen. Well, technically, I say Infinity War is the best at handling jokes, since at least that film has more memorable jokes I can at least tell people about. But Thor Ragnarok is the main reason why Thor Ragnarok is such a masterpiece. Is because of how Thor's character arc is challenged. Thor is challenged. You know how Hela breaks Thor's hammer, which is Thor's passion. And seriously, no one can actually break Thor's hammer, and no one can even lift Thor's hammer better than Thor. Like seriously, wow. Thor learns that his hammer is just a guide, a tool for him, but he can still wield the lightning powers without the use of a hammer. Uh, Speaking of which, this movie is absolutely action-packed, and I love that it shows that Thor is the strongest Avenger indeed. Yeah, sure, he is arrogant at times, but that's really his character. And it does at least show evidence that Thor is the strongest Avenger. The best part of the film, obviously, was when Thor gets his lightning powers, and then the immigrant song plays. My God, love the immigrant song. Hela is easily top tier MCU villains. I honestly loved her even more than I did before. She's probably one of the most powerful MCU villains ever. She broke Thor's hammer and cut Thor's eye. Yeah, wow. And literally, she's unstoppable. Like literally, the only way to stop her is having Surtur, the fire monster. Yeah, which I think Surtur is a great character. He's actually played by the same actor who voiced Mr. Krabs, one of the worst cartoon characters ever. But Surtur is way better than Mr. Krabs. Also, I also love the score in this film. It's just so vibrant, so catchy, and just memorable. I can actually Hunter. Yeah, this is the same composer, Mark Mothersbaugh, who did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which was excellent. I think Mark is such an underrated composer, and Thor Ragnarok is his best work yet. The visuals are absolutely beautiful, very stunning and very colorful. Although I wouldn't say it's one of the best MCU visuals ever, but it's still like awesome. I like the Grandmaster. I don't know why. I just like him. He's just funny, I guess. And I like Jeff Goldblum's. I like that Jeff Goldblum's in this. Also, but no one gives credit for Hulk's character arc. Like, I love how dark Hulk's character was. Like how dark his character is. Like Bruce Hulk being Hulk for 2 years and he forgets that he was Bruce Banner and he can actually talk like. Although, how did he? I wonder how did Hulk start talking? Since he never talked in the previous times we saw him. And then we see Bruce Banner being traumatized after being 2 years, and and also like when Hulk sees Black Widow's video and then he just goes on a rampage. Man, that was so emotional. But my favorite character in the film is easily Valkyrie. Yeah, Valkyrie is just awesome, badass, and very sassy as well, and very hot as well. If you think about it, Valkyrie is a very similar arc as Fat Thor in Endgame, where she loses her friends in a battle and then goes in a hideout where on another place where she gets drunk and stuff, and then she comes back as a war in the end. Oh, and also let's not forget the awesome performances. Chris Hemsworth gave his best performance as Thor. Well, in the Thor film, but I think his best performance is in Infinity War, in my opinion. Tessa Thompson and Kate Blanchett were my favorite performance in my opinion. Do I have any flaws with the film? Nope, none at all. So overall, Thor Ragnarok is without a doubt the best Thor movie and the best MCU movie of 2017. It's not the best superhero movie of 2017 as I place Logan and Wonder Woman slightly above it. Like Logan's the best superhero movie, Wonder Woman second, and Thor Ragnarok is third. But Thor Ragnarok is easily the biggest surprise in 2017 and one of the biggest surprises ever. On a scale of 1 to 10, Thor Ragnarok gets a 10 out of 10. So that's all for my review of the Thor films leading up to Love and Thunder. What's your opinion on Thor Ragnarok? Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and at this time when I upload this review, I'm about to go see Thor Love and Thunder in a bit. So yeah, I can't wait for the film. I can't wait for you guys to review it, and I'll possibly vlog in it too. So yeah, bye guys.